Test, test, test. What's going on, yo? What's going on? Let me see how he's sounding. Alright, perfect. Let me send this link out. Then we're going to go ahead and get started. What's going on, yo? What's going on? What's going on, new? I see you up in here. So we got some action, yo. Just waiting for some retests right now. We're just waiting for some retests and retracements right now. Yeah, GU fucking ripped, y'all. It's already did a big ass move for the day, so I would like to see the retracements. We're still gonna look for sales today, though. Today could be a big ass drop on GU, but I'd rather see some retracements take place. As you can see, we've just been dumping all night since Tokyo session. So again, y'all, for people that keep on thinking New York session only session to trade, just do some back tests, and you're gonna see there's action every session. So we're gonna see if we could go for a possible sell setup here. I would have liked to take some sales here, but obviously price has some other plans. We're going to be looking for gold sales today as well. And we're going to be looking for US30 sales, but again, all the charts just dumped, so we just got to wait for some retracements. They all dumped, so we just got to wait for some retracements. Make sure to like the lives, y'all hop up in here, y'all, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Yeah, all these charts just did some big ass dumps last night. We do got news today, though. We have 8:30 Canadian USD news, and we have 10 a.m. USD news as well. I just don't like entering trades after they already did a big ass dump or pump. So we're gonna look at gold, because gold did not do that. So we're gonna look at gold right now. That's just one of my things, y'all, because again, trade is about going for high probability, high quality setups. So if price already did a big ass move, and I talk about this all the time, y'all, price already did a big ass move, and London session just started, New York session didn't even start yet. That is why like 2 weeks ago we had like a lot of choppiness New York session, because we do some back testing 2 weeks ago, right? We had price dumping all Tokyo session, and then retracing London session and consolidating New York session. So we're gonna see if we can get some retest. US30 is not terrible for sales. So we can look for US30 sales here too. So we're gonna be looking for gold sales. We're gonna be looking for US30 sales. So right here, again, I was ideally looking for a setup here, but as you can see, price ended up dumping instead of retesting here. So we're either gonna look for price to retest 46,580, 46,570, or if we can retest 46,720 as resistance, we can look for sales. So we're gonna see what US30 does right here. But if y'all wasn't alive yesterday, literally all the charts went as projected yesterday. Yesterday was a pretty smooth day. And then GJ ended up retracing like we was talking about as well. So we're still gonna look for buys today. But if we fail to hold 211.80, 211.85 as support, I'm not gonna look for buys because we'll end up retracing more possibly. Yeah, so we got a few setups, y'all. Like always, y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. Also, make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free Signal and free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter? Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. We're gonna pull it up in a little bit though. All right, let's see if gold can hold this level right here. Let's see if gold can hold this level right here. If we can maintain 50.76, 50.74 as resistance, we're going to be looking for sales going down to 50.08, or we're going to look for price to retest 51.30. Like I said, everything else kind of dumped hard, so I kind of don't want to take setups on these things. I ain't going to lie to y'all. So I'm just going to let them do their thing until New York session. And I'm looking for a retest right here on US30. So we do got a slight retest here, but again, everything just dumped right before, so I'm just waiting for some retest retracements. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal for Telegram. Y'all see all your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I see that scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, playmaker_weight. TikTok, _playmaker_weight_. Shout out to those that was in the TikTok live yesterday. But yeah, so we're going to see what price is doing right now. Again, we're looking for a retest right here on US30. We're either going to look to see if price can maintain 46,570 as resistance, or if we can retrace and retest 47,720. GU, I'm leaving GU alone for right now. And then we're going to see how GJ plays out right here. If GJ can maintain 211.85 in support, we can look for buys again. But if it rejects this point, we're going to leave it alone because it's going to be ended up in reversal territory. If y'all was in the live yesterday, GJ ended up retracing like we talked about. So we're going to see what US30 is looking like. So we're mainly paying attention to gold and US30 for possible sells, and then buys on GJ. We're still looking for sells on GU, but again, GU did a big ass dump. That's why I want to leave it alone. Because when price does big ass moves, especially when the day hasn't even started yet, it's either going to be a abnormally large candlestick for the day, or we're going to end up retracing and consolidating. That's what happened like 2 weeks ago. Price dumped Tokyo session, and that's why a lot of people was getting fucked up London and New York session. So we're just going to let price do its thing right now. But I have a feeling it could be a big ass dump that takes place though, especially just looking at the market structure and shit like that. But I'd rather wait for a retest before I just jump into it. Get a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit as well. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. If you want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. But as far as how we're doing so far this year, this is how we ended last year. 232 wins, 30 losses. It was 85% win rate. We are 5-1 this week. Again, make sure to take advantage of the Q1 sale. I mean, yeah, so 25% off. Use discount code Q1. But yeah, that's how we're doing so far this week. Last week we went 5-0, so that's how we're doing so far this month. Ended February 19 wins, 3 losses. And then we ended January 20 wins, 3 losses. So we've only lost 7 trades so far this year, which is not bad at all. Which is not bad at all. But let's see what these charts talking about. Let's see if price can hold this right here. Y'all do not have to catch every candlestick. Y'all was in the live yesterday. Remember, we was looking for US30 sales here. Price fell to hold the level as resistance, right? It pushed up, maintained this level as resistance, and then what did price do going into the news 8:30? And what did price do all New York session? Push down, right? So again, this is why you want to go for what is most likely going to happen, and you want to stick with the bias, right? Because what would have happened if I was like, oh, price pushing up, so I'm not going to go for sells no more, I'm going to look for buys. And then when price shot down, this is when people be talking about buyers or sellers magically randomly taking over. But if you simply just go for sells in the downtrend, buys in the uptrend, it makes things a lot simpler and easier to understand what's going on, what's not going on. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with GU, right? That thing rejected at first. But guess what? Maintained otherwise resistance, broke it. What would happen? You would try to go for a buy here, going into New York session. Would have become a victim to a fake out liquidity grab. You see what I mean? And as soon as market opened last night, Tokyo session 9 o'clock, price has been pushing since then. So that's why I'm also wanting to see a retracement take place first. Like I said, the way the market structure is on GU, I can't see a big candlestick play out today, especially because we're making a lower low right now. So we potentially can take out this next low right here. We could potentially take out this next low right here. Right. So again, if y'all don't got your copy of the playbook, y'all need to get y'all's copy of the playbook so y'all can understand exactly what we're talking about and how the markets work. But yeah, so we're going to see how price plays out right here. Like always, I'm not going to force no setups. We don't see any action between now and 6 o'clock. We're simply just going to wait for the news to play out. We have 8:30 USD in Canadian news, and then we have 10 a.m. USD news. Members, we went live during the news yesterday. Make sure to watch the recording if y'all missed it and wasn't in there. The recording is uploaded in the channel, so make sure to check that out. Also this weekend, make sure to check out the past recordings. If you are not members, y'all know what to do. But also make sure to check out all the playlists on YouTube. All playlists are up to date. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Let's see what GJ does right here. GU is doing a retest. Like I said, I don't want to take the setup, but if we can maintain 33, not 33, 32.95 as resistance, 3300 as resistance, we can't look for sales going down to 32.75. So we can't see short-term sales there. Like I said, we're either going to see a retracement take place or we're going to dump hard on GU today. But I'd rather wait for a retracement before that takes place. So let's see how the GJ reacts here right here. Again, y'all make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal, free Telegram. Like I always tell y'all, the Sunday chart analysis goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but it goes over what we see price doing throughout the entire week. So yes, it is Friday. It's just a 4-minute video. Watch this and look at what we was looking at and what my projections were at the beginning of the week, Sunday night. And then look at what price did throughout the week. All right. But we're about to see how GJ reacts right here. Again, if GJ can maintain 211.85 as support, we can look for buys going to 212.10, 212.15. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. We're about to see what this next 5-minute looks like. All right, new 15 just popped up. Let's see what we got going on. So GU's pushing. GJ rejected his level, so we're going to leave GJ alone. Again, the reason we're not going to look for these setups below here, even though we rolled this wave up, is because, again, you got to understand how market structure works, right? We just had a higher high Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, slightly yesterday, so we have retracements going on. So if we can't hold this level as support, we're going to retrace, right? And we don't want to enter and get caught in a retracement, but we're also not going to take retracement. So again, this is another example why we don't break out trade. Imagine we would have broke out traded here or here. We would have took a loss for no reason, right? Again, you want to wait for the break and retest. If you're looking for sells, you want to enter off resistance levels. You're looking for buys, you want to enter off support levels. And if we haven't already established that level as a resistance or support, you want to wait for the break and retest. So let's see if, how US30 plays out right here. Let's see how US30 plays out right here. I actually don't like the stop loss. Make it a little bit bigger. Let's see how US30 plays out here. Again, we're either looking for price to retest 47,730, or if we can maintain 46,570 as resistance, we could look for sales going down. So let's see how price plays out right here. We're looking for sales nonetheless though on US30, because we are extremely bearish. Right, we caught the sales Wednesday and yesterday, so we're gonna be looking for a new lower low getting made today. Just like last week, we caught the sales down, so we caught the lower low last week, caught the lower low this week. Again, y'all, we got 8:30 Canadian USD news, 10 a.m. USD news. A GU ended up hitting that next level too. So shout out to those that took the GU setup. Shout out to those that took the GU setup. I didn't take it. It did do a retest, hit the next zone when it's projected, but I didn't take it. Still looking at these setups right here. GJ didn't hold that level. You said it's 15 my trading time frame. No, that's my entry. So unless this is your first time finding me, shout out to you. But no, I don't just hop into the 15 take setup. So definitely make sure to check out my trade breakdowns. I drop weekly trade breakdowns. And if you go to the playlist titled Trade Breakdowns, there's over 170 videos, back-to-back various buy and sell setups. So make sure to check out those trade breakdowns after this live is over. But no, I just enter on the 15 and 5 minute, but I'm not doing my whole bias based on this. So if you rewind the live, you'll see a little bit what I'm talking about as well. But no, you have to identify the trend of the bigger time frame. You should not be just using the one time frame to trade. Let's see what this next hour looks like though. Yep, I enter on the 15 and the 5 minute. It just depends how aggressive I'm trying to be. But I enter off the 15 and the 5 minute. Alright, new hour just popped up. So let's see if US30 will retest right here. And again, look at how price is reacting to these levels. This is exactly why we enter and exit off these levels. Look how price halted here. Look how price retest this level here. So gold and US30 look like they're about to try to do something for us. I'm liking both gold and US30. Gold is kind of got some work to do, but we are in sell territory. And it hasn't done a damn thing today. So literally, depending on what price does today, we're going to have the downtrend come into play and be looking for sales next week, or we're going to be playing around the rosy, or the uptrend to come back into play. We're about to see if US30 can hold this level. Because if US30 doesn't hold this level, it's probably going to retrace back up to this point, because we did not retest this level. We technically retested on the 5 minute, I guess. But we're going to look for a sell setup here. About to look to see how it retests right here. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. Yeah, I'm liking this right here. So we're in this. Typing the TPs for the members. But I like this right here. Like I said, if it doesn't hold this, we're going to probably see a retracement, but I like this setup here. I like gold sells here as well. If gold can maintain 5076's resistance, we could look for sells going down as well. But we still got to wait for a retest on gold, but US30 is pushing. US30 is pushing. And this is why I do these lives, because I be trying to type these signals up, but price be moving too quick. Like we're already in profit on this motherfucker. So I'm still gonna try to type the TPs, but this is why I be doing these lives. This is why I be letting y'all know in the back end with the members and students when we hit levels and shit. This is why I be doing the New York price watches, because price is not gonna always be like, oh, you know, always trying to type a signal. You know, let's pause and let them type this shit up. But GU's still ripping. Shout out to those that took the GU setup. We're in profit on this US30 setup right here. I'm still gonna type the TPs, but that's why we do these live streams. Caught a quick little move right here. Let's see what's gonna keep on pushing for us. Man, these numbers be moving, man. Yeah, so we're pushing hard. Yeah, we're pushing hard right here. Gold just broke this level 2. GU still ripping. So y'all took this GU setup. Y'all be at 1 to 2 right now. If it does the full move I'm looking at right here, it's gonna be a 1 to 3. Again, I didn't take this setup. We talked about it, but like I said, I didn't want to take it. And that's the thing with trading too, right? You're going to not catch every setup. And even if you decide to not take a setup and plays out, that's completely fine, right? Because that was your decision. That's what you have to do. With trading, you have to stand on your decision, right? You can't be flip-floppy, because if you're flip-floppy, you're going to be inconsistent, right? You got to consistently do the same thing, right? I know if I take a setup that I like, that meets my rules, my confirmations, I'm going to make money. That's why I'm okay with not taking setups or missing pips or missing candlesticks, because I know as soon as I take a trade, I'm going to make some money. Exhibit A. You see what I mean? This thing's fucking ripping. So shout out to those that's in this setup as well. But yeah, this thing's fucking taking a dump. This thing's taking a dump. Again, y'all, it's very simple. Just stick to your game plan. That's all you got to do. Stick to your game plan. Nobody should close this trade red, especially because it's US30, because it's easy fucking money. Nobody should close this trade red either. But yeah, so we're going to see how this plays out. And as far as the entry SLTPs, take advantage of the Q1 sale. Use discount code Q1 for 25% off. That's Advanced Play Signal Room 101 sessions, Playmaker University, as well as the Price Action Technical Analysis Playbook. And those that's been a playmaker in the Advanced Play Signal Room for at least 2+ months. I don't know if y'all know, because I don't be promoting it like that, right? I be seeing people be reading shit. But if y'all been in the Advanced Play Signal Room for more than 3 months, take advantage of the sale and do the yearly or lifetime subscription, right? Because if you do the math, I got people that have been paying monthly for 6 months plus, shout out to y'all. But if y'all do the yearly or lifetime, y'all gonna save a lot of money on the long term, right? Like I have members that's that did the lifetime, and since 2023, I've been getting essentially free signals for like the past 2 years just because they did the lifetime. Like, I'm not even joking. I literally have members that's been in there since like 2023 just taking signals because they bought the lifetime like a year or 2 ago. But yeah, this thing's taking a dump right here. This thing is taking a dump. Make sure to like the live and subscribe, y'all. It's called the Playbook for a reason. Let's see what we got though. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat and I got y'all. I'm trying to transition to 1 hour to daily level buys, a 5 to 15 minute entry. I want to catch moves and scout, set and forget type deal. It hits or it doesn't. Yeah, so that's what I do. I identify the trend on the daily, right? I don't look at the hour. I don't look at the 30 minute. I don't look at the 2 hour. I don't look at the 1 minute, the 30 second. I identify the trend on the daily. I enter up the 5 and the 15. Appreciate it. So again, y'all, nobody should close this trade red. Nobody should close this trade red, y'all. This thing is at a big, nice dump right here. Went past the 1-to-1, so nobody should close this trade right here. It's Friday. Let's end the week on a good note. You know what I'm saying? And then with gold, again, we're going to be looking to see if we can retest and maintain 5078 as resistance. If we can, we're going to be looking for sales going to 50,000, 5,008, not 50,000. Let's say US30. Or we're going to look for price to retest 5130. And we can hold that as resistance. We can look for sales going back down to the lows right here. Again, keep in mind, we do have news today at 8:30 for Canada and USD. And then we have 10 a.m. USD news as well. So again, you either trade before news or trade after news. Everybody says news is scary. You see these people come online, oh, you know, it's news. Don't trade at all. Look, plenty of setups, London session. Plenty of setups you could have took Tokyo session. We're in a setup right now. Again, just trade either before news or after news. It's that simple. All right, just trade before news or after news. We're going to be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat, and I got y'all. All right, want me to look at any charts, drop them in the chat. But let's see what this next 5 and 15 looks like. And guess what, y'all? Your boy just got another funded account. Your boy just got another funded account, ladies and gentlemen. Let me try to block out my info really quick. I'm telling y'all, this shit's super simple. And these are off the same trades I call in the signal room, y'all. Off the same signals, off the same setups, off the same trade ideas. So if I'm taking these setups and getting funded, making money, there's no excuse why y'all ain't getting funded and making money off this shit as well. All right, we just hit that next zone, y'all. Let me show y'all really quick though, cause you know, there's always people in the background waiting to, cause you know we live stream, so they can't say I make up my analysis and these projections that are live streams, right? But again, y'all look right here, March 13th, past another 2-step. So again, y'all, it's very simple. All you gotta do is go for high probability setups, make sure your winners are bigger than your losers. And then it also helps if you have a high win rate strategy. And I passed this, and like I said, it was a 2-step. So with my funded prop firm account or company, you need 3 minimum trading days for each phase. So I literally passed in 4 days, but because I had to do 3 days for each phase, I had to wait 6 days. But I literally passed in 4 days. Phase 2 had 100% win rate, no losses, which reflects again our trading win rate from last week and the trades this week. So again, y'all, take advantage of the sale Q1 for 25% off, not 10%, not 5%, 25%. And then y'all want to see some more proof of me getting funded and passing in a week. I literally, I tell you, there's no cap in my rat. When my videos say how to get funded in 2 weeks, I'm not lying. I promise y'all. Because some of y'all be like, what about this? What about that? I'm like, no, I'm literally telling y'all exactly what I do. Right? When I tell y'all you can get funded in 2 weeks without over leveraging, I truly mean that shit. I truly mean that shit. You just got to know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You just got to know what you're doing. Hold on, let me find that other video really quick. Right, so that video I just dropped, that's showing y'all me getting funded 2 different accounts at 2 different times. And then this video I explain step by step how to do that shit. But let me let the members know we just hit another TP. So we just hit this next zone, y'all. So again, when these levels get hit, we're either going to see price reject or break through, right? Like when we look right here, price hit this level, it rejected. Price hit this level, rejected, then broke through, right? So we're either going to see price reject or break through. So again, nobody should close this trade red. We're at a 1 to 2 RR. Nobody should close this trade red right here. Let's see what gold's up to. Gold's still chilling right here. GU still pushing. So y'all took this GU setup. Got to be at a 1 to 2 on this as well. GJ did not meet our confirmation, so we did not take that setup. US30 made it. So again, it's very simple. Y'all are late to the party. I'm about to cut you to the chat, but just rewind the live, right? It's literally this simple. We had these trade ideas. I said we could look for sales on GU. I said I didn't really want to take the setup, so I didn't take the setup. I said if we hold this level, we can look for buys. Price didn't hold the level, so we didn't take the setup. Gold, again, I don't breakout trade. Since I don't breakout trade, we avoided a loss here. US30 did the retest I was looking for, took the setup, made money. You see what I mean? So again, you don't have to force setups. Do not chase price. Just go for your setups. It's very simple, y'all. Just go for your setups. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. But give me 1 second. I gotta send a message to the members really quick. We barely missed the final TP, but again, look how price is reacting to this level right here. All right, this is exactly why I teach member students how to mark off these levels. But let me catch it to the chat, y'all. I'm gonna keep it on US30 just in case some of y'all are still in this trade. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. Make sure to get y'all's copy of the playbook. And again, make sure to use the discount code Q1. But let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. Also hit that first link in the description, join the free student, free Telegram. That way you can see how we do on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. We've been using the same exact strategy since 2022, giving us an 80 to 90% win rate on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. But let's zoom in so y'all can see how price is reacting to this level, right? So again, it's not a coincidence that price pushed from this level to this level then stopped, right? So while everybody else is taking trades and they're just reacting, right? Because that's what the internet tells you. Don't predict price, just react to price. On the other side of the trading, we are predicting the markets and we're also prepared for the next push and possible rejection. So when everybody else is in a trade and profit and then price randomly, because the buyers or sellers, quote unquote, randomly take over and reject the opposite direction, we're already prepared for that possible rejection because we have these levels marked off ahead of time. You see what I mean? Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat really quick. What do we look for since we went short on gold? What do you mean, what do we look for? You're talking about like the setup? I didn't take a sell on gold yet. I said if we can maintain 5078 as resistance, we could look for sales. So we have not turned this level into a resistance yet. All right, you do not want to breakout trade, because look what would have happened here if we would have broke out traded. We would have took a loss, right? That's when people talk about fake out liquidity grabs. Look right here. If we would have tried to break out traded here, we would have took a loss, right? But why did price dump here? It's not because the sellers decided to take over. It's because price turned this level from a support to a resistance, right? Same thing here. Price did not turn this level into a support level. I mean, from a resistance, support to resistance. So if we would have took a sell off this candlestick, we would have took a loss for no reason. You see what I mean? So we want to wait to see if we can maintain this level as resistance first. All right, we're gonna see if we can maintain this level as resistance first, just like right here. Imagine if y'all would have missed this GU setup if y'all wasn't in the live stream yesterday, or remember a student and wasn't in the live with us yesterday during the news. If you would have tried to FOMO and take a sell here, you would have took a loss a bunch of times, right? Because price did not turn the support level into a resistance. You see what I mean? And again, look at how US30 is reacting right here. Let's see what else we got going on. Bitcoin, yeah, I got you, I got you. Let's see if it broke out of it, right? Because I'm waiting for it to break out that 70,000 range so I can make some more money, because I did buy some more. Long-term investing wise though, because again, I used to day trade crypto back in the day. Like when I first started trading back in 2020, 2021, I used to only trade gold, and not even Bitcoin. I used to trade gold, Litecoin, and Solana. That's why I used to trade Litecoin, Solana, and gold back in the day. I'm talking about, I was trading Litecoin back when that shit was like $20. Like that was a long ass time ago. So we did just break out of this level, so we can maintain 70,400. Wait, that's yeah, 70,400, 70,500 as support. Let me actually, since we did break out this level, let me give you some actual precise levels. I ain't gonna do you like that, new. I got you. Let me give you some actual precise levels. All right, so while we do that, let's put it back on US30. But I got you, new. Since we broke out that level, I got you. So while I'm doing this, let me catch it to the chat really quick. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat, and I got y'all. Appreciate it, new. Yeah, I just hit 4 funders yesterday. Consistency is the name of the game. I'm trying to learn it. Hey, ask questions, take notes, and become a playmaker. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, y'all are serious about day trading. This is why I do these live streams, right? Because everybody else, they just flash shit, or they say the same generic information. That's not throwing shade, that's just facts, right? But this is why I do all this live stuff. I answer y'all's questions in real time and then show you all these receipts, because y'all see in real time the realistic side of trading, but also, like the titles of my TikTok lives, be exposing the secrets to the charts, because there's a lot of misconceptions and a lot of terrible information in the trading space. But again, no indicators, no trend lines, no crazy lingo. All you have to do is understand price action and know the best places to enter and exit at, right? We're in month 3 right now. We're already in the halfway point of month 3. Quarter 1 is already almost over. So if y'all are serious about trying to learn how to day trade, y'all see the proof. I don't know how else to show y'all this shit really works. So again, if I want to wake up tomorrow, become a piano player, I either teach myself, learn the hard way, or I find somebody that knows what they're doing and learn quicker, learn from their mistakes. So again, take advantage of that Q1 sale. Discount code Q1 for 25% off everything. Let's see what else we got going on here. And I got you, new. I'm gonna do Bitcoin in a second. I'm just gonna catch up to these chats really quick. What about from the start, and where can I join your course, my G? So let me drop the link in the chat. Okay, so I'm gonna explain. So the stuff literally says what it comes with, but I'm gonna break it down a little bit, because I know I don't be really breaking this shit down like that. I just be like, hey, join if you want to join, but I'm gonna break it down. I usually don't like to break it down until like towards the end of things. That way, like, you know, people are joining, you know, we can like teach, and people don't think it's just like some big ass webinar or some shit. All right, but if you click that link that I just put into the comments, this will pop up, right? So if you want to take trades with me in real time, advanced play signal room, you get daily signals, you get daily chart updates and analysis, you get access to the group chat, you get access to the members only New York news lives. So you know how at the beginning of the week I do the Sunday chart analysis? Well, I do that every day for the members and students, right? So you see, like, for example, go to March 11th, right? 2 hours before the 8:30 news on March 11th, you see how I gave y'all the game plan for New York session, the prices to look for entries and exits at, whether to go for buys or sells. And if you watch this video, you'll see that all those charts literally went as projected before news, during news, and after news. I do this every single day for the members and students in Playmaker University and Advanced Play Signal Room. The reason why I did it in the free Telegram this day was because, like, y'all, if y'all was in the TikTok live yesterday, y'all know my fucking signal's been garbage the past couple weeks, right? So I couldn't really go live, so that's why I did this for y'all. But I do this every single day for the members and students. But not only do I do this every single day for the members and students, but I give y'all updates when my key price levels get hit. I give trade ideas and trade analysis and stuff like that. If you want to learn while you earn, one-on-one sessions, all right? You get access to everything I just listed, and then you get one session a week. That's 1 hour long. Each session is recorded, sent to you the same day. Those recordings are yours to keep for life. So it was 2 spots, but someone signed up, so there's only 1 spot left, all right? Because for my sanity, you know, I can't do like 50 one-on-one sessions a week. That's craziness. So there's only 1 spot left. So again, get it while it's there. And if you want to learn everything, you want to get all my books for free, and you want to actually know how to trade, Playmaker University. All right. But again, use discount code Q1 for 25. I don't know why they stay making me try to do emojis. Discount code Q1. So again, if you just want to copy my trades, Advanced Play Signal Room. If you want to take my trades and learn one-on-one sessions, if you want to learn everything on your own, you still have my help, of course. But if you want to learn how to do everything step by step on your own and get all my books for free, Playmaker University. All right. And again, y'all, for those that's been in the Signal Room for like more than 3 months, I recommend doing either the yearly or lifetime, right? Because if you do the math, you're going to save more money on the yearly and lifetime. Because some of y'all been just resubscribing for 6 months, which shout out to y'all. But again, if y'all want to save some money, do the lifetime or yearly. All right, but that's how that should go. So gold just broke this level. So we're going to see if we can maintain this level as resistance. Again, you see how price turned this support level into resistance, and now we're dropping further. That's what you want to look for. If you're looking for sales, you want to enter off resistance levels. You're looking for buys, you want to enter off support levels. Again, nobody should close this trade red. Look at how price halted here. Again, this is why we enter and exit off these levels. But let me, I'm gonna cut it to the chat, but let me do Bitcoin really quick. I did not forget about you, New. Let me do Bitcoin really quick. I got you. I got you. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. Y'all make sure to like the live and subscribe if you have not already. And if y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat and I got y'all. But again, y'all, you just have to be patient. Patience pays. We knew what the game plan was. We just had to wait. We just had to wait. That's all it comes down to. You just gotta wait. All right, you know, I know my shit works, so all I gotta do is just wait for my setup. Right? That's all you gotta do. The reason why people struggle a lot is because I made a video talking about this on TikTok and Instagram and on my YouTube Shorts, where this dude was talking about he couldn't find success, but he was also talking about how he was switching his strategy every week. Right? You have to be consistent with the shit. You got to be consistent with the shit. And trying something for 1 week is not going to help, because again, if we look at this week and compare it to last week, not only do we see completely different market structure and volume, but we compare this month to last month, we're going to see completely different market structure and volume as well. You see what I mean? So you can't just simply think everything's going to be the same every single day, right? You do the same thing every single day, but the market structure changes. That's why a lot of people, especially last year and the beginning of this year, kept on talking about price action's bad. Price action wasn't bad. You just didn't realize the cycles changed. Right? We were no longer in a downtrend, it was an uptrend, or it was no longer in an uptrend, it was in a downtrend, right? Or the volume slowed down. So if you don't actually understand how the markets work, it doesn't matter what strategy you have, it doesn't matter how many candlesticks you can name, like you're collecting Pokemon, it doesn't matter what indicator you have, you're still going to be confused as soon as shit changes, right? If you understand how price actually works and moves, and your strategy is based off price action, not all this other random shit people be talking about, no matter how funky the markets look, you're going to still be able to understand what's happening. And if you understand what's happening, you're going to know what to do. You know what I mean? That's why I'm able to explain shit to the T the way I am. That's why my levels are so precise. And that's why our win rate's constantly and consistently so high on a week by week, month by month, and quarter by quarter, even year by year basis. All right, cool. All right, so as far as Bitcoin, right, because I'm assuming you're day trading this, New. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming you're day trading Bitcoin. If not, let me know. But I'm assuming you're day trading Bitcoin. So I absolutely hate. Okay, cool. Fucking my computer did this update, and I don't like how it changed my shit up. But we're gonna Go back to your comment really quick. All right, cool. So with Bitcoin, we finally broke out of that consolidation that we was stuck in for like an entire month. So we do have some bullish momentum now, right? We do have some bullish momentum. So you either want to look for price to retest to see if it can maintain 70,530 as support, or if we can break this resistance level right here at 71,660, 71,650 and hold that as support, you can look for continued buys going to 72,650, possibly up to 73,550. All right, now if it rejects past this point, and especially if it breaks below 69,430, you can look for sales going back down to 68,330. All right, that's what's going on with Bitcoin. That's what's going on with Bitcoin. And GU ended up ripping like I assumed. Again, I just still didn't want to take the setup, but it hit the next zone, y'all. So shout out to those that took this setup. This was a 1 to 3 RR, but it's all good because we made money on US30, so I ain't tripping. And then we're about to see what gold does right here. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. Does funding piss a lot? Yes, it does. I'm in America. You can do it. You don't need a VPN. You just have to do the right one, right? So when you sign up, you'll see that they have like different platforms. So if you're in America, you need to do Match Trader. All right, you need to do Match Trader because the other ones are for overseas, but for America, you got to do Match Trader. What else? Start though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want to learn from scratch, either do one-on-one sessions or Playmaker University. Right, like none of my stuff is intermediate. I take it from beginner to intermediate to advanced, right? Because again, like I trade completely different from everybody else, so I have to rewrite how y'all look at the charts, right? Because I trade completely different from everybody else. That's why my charts look different. Nobody trades this way. Nobody talks this way, right? That's why everybody sounds the same, but then they're also confused as hell all the time, right? So it is beginner friendly. Let's see. Like I literally have students that joined 3 months ago, 4 months ago, and they're profitable taking their own trades. Like it doesn't take long. Like when people say it takes years to get profitable, it doesn't. Like I said, if I want to play the piano, if I'm learning on my own, yeah, it will take years because first I got to figure out what keys are what keys to press together at the same time. First, before that, I got to understand how to read music notes, right? Then I got to correlate the notes to the keys. Then on top of that, if I'm making a mistake, depending on what the mistake is, it might take me forever to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Do you see what I mean? But if I have somebody that knows how to play the piano and I learn from them, what do you think is going to happen? I'm going to learn quick as hell, right? Because they're going to teach me how to do the things the right way in the beginning. I'm going to avoid a lot of the mistakes they made in the beginning. And it's just a learning curve, right? It's just like anything else in life, right? If you want to learn anything, either learn the hard way by teaching yourself or the quick way, easy way, by having somebody teach you. So when people online talk about it takes years to become profitable, no, they're talking about people that try to teach themselves, right? Because that's just like with me, right? It took me longer to become profitable because I had to figure this shit out on my own. And it's not because I wanted to figure it out on my own. I went through a bunch of mentorships. I went through the IMLs, but like most of y'all know, a lot of these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So instead of giving up on trading, I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna figure this out on my own. And that's why I do all this. Because once I figured out how simple this was, that's when I realized a lot of these people don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's just like if you play sports or you play an instrument or something, you can tell if somebody actually does what you do or if they're just bullshitting, right? It's the same thing in the trading space. Since I know how this shit works, I can tell when a motherfucker's bullshitting. Again, look how GU reacted to this level. This is exactly why we mark off these levels, enter and exit off these levels. Like, look at how precisely price paused at this level. You see what I mean? Look how price hit this level right here, hit this level right here. Look how price hit this level right here. I hit this level right here. So it's literally like having a cheat code on your screen. So now with gold, we're gonna see if we can maintain this level as resistance right here. You're scalping, all right, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, so just keep those prices in mind. If I talk too fast, just rewind, pause it, do what you gotta do. But yeah, that's what I would do personally with Bitcoin. All right, y'all, we got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a little bit. We're about to see if gold can maintain this level. Again, we do have news today at 8:30 for Canada and USD, and then we have 10 a.m. USD news as well. All right. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. We need to look at any charts, drop in the chat. Right, but this is why I like to wake up for London session, right? Because let's say New York session's bullshit. It doesn't matter because literally 2 setups played out, right? So we could be done for the day and not even worry about New York session. You know what I mean? Or on top of that, depending on your setup, you can ride the wave from London session going into New York session as well. Let's see how gold reacts right here. Yeah, if I'm not taking this gold setup, though, like I said, I'm good for London session. All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Shout out to everybody in the live. Again, nobody should close this trade red. Y'all had like literally 15 plus minutes to do something. All right, nobody should have closed this trade red. GU, same thing. Nobody should close this trade red right here. Gold is not holding this level as resistance yet, so we're not going to take this setup. And then GJ ended up retracing, so unless it pushes back up here going into New York session, we're going to leave GJ alone for today. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free super free Telegram. Like always, y'all want to contact me directly. Y'all can DM me on Instagram, Telegram, or TikTok. I respond to all messages. And again, y'all do not waste this weekend. We'll be back at it next week, y'all. Enjoy y'all's weekend, though. Peace. We out.